Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's inspired in the Taurus season that we are on, and it's called Building Blocks. And basically, it's a reading that looks upon the type of building process that is occurring in your life, the type of the strong points of this building energy, and the weaknesses as well. So, if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Aries. I feel like the month might bring up here high levels of stress, particularly when some of you are not applying here some effort to bring your anger, your frustration, your desires out consciously. So basically, Aries that are not very self-aware might have a hard time because it's like a very high, this very high volatile influence that might mark the dynamic of your relationships. The tone of the month might be very high, very hyper, very intense, very erratic at the same time. So the first thing here is that some of you Aries might need to calm down, just constantly check in with your emotions and make sure that you're working to bring situations to resolve themselves in the best ways, not in a way that is just about wanting to get even at someone, or because I feel like some of you Aries have situations where you might want to get even, or you might want to have justice for your own hands, or you want to push situations to conflict, to test reactions. There's a little bit of manipulative tactics occurring in your energy field that could be coming from you, or could be coming as well from people you're dealing with. Regardless of it, the fact is some of you, if provoked, might want to react immediately. And if you are provoked by family or friends in particular, by people that are constantly nagging you or trying again to see if they can expose, that anger out, or that bad side of you out, uh, a word of caution, because again, it's like a feeling that you might be just giving them what they want. So there's a little bit of a malicious tone um, with some influences around you. That could be a thing. You have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands in the same reading, so there's that concern with people's intentions, their real, agenda, their real, um, their real desire towards you. There's a lack of substance in the dynamics as well that you are encountering, which means that there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of shouting, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of anything that you can think about to raise here the volatility that I was speaking about. There's also a lot of passion and perhaps a lot of attraction, but it's not at all stable. So for those of you that this is about love, yes, the carnal desire, the passion levels, the chemistry might be real and it might be something very intense, but the way this is being then lived, when when one of you are not getting the thing that you desire, right, or that you feel entitled of receiving from this person, either you or this person will react badly, will react in ways that are, you know, a way to, again, evoke problems. So relationships of all sorts, they want to evoke the contrary of what balanced, healthy relationships should be about. Relationships that actually care about the position where they put you in. So this can also be a basic thing of immaturity. Okay, some of you, there's a lot of immaturity coming from you, coming from others you're dealing with during this time, creating havoc, creating situations that with an adult in the room, it would be prevented. So obviously, this is not to say that you are immature. We all can be very petty and immature under the right, circumstances to it, and with the right amount of pressure. We all have our limits. And it feels like that is going to be tested for some of you, Aries, is that that pettiness, the vengeful side of you, let's put it that way, the lower vibe, things that deal with the lower vibration that when you let yourself slide to that point, you know that what those traits are. Okay, in a basic textbook astrological definition, the lower vibration of an Aries personality is anger, is immaturity, is selfishness, narcissism, competition, ego-driven reactions, unpredictability, tyranny, jealousy, you name it. But it's like you have your specifics about what makes you, have that dragon out, or what helps it keep it tamed, keep it under control. So there's this type of I feel like before the actual moment of reaction, there might be some warnings for some of you, Aries, about where this is coming from. There might be some alarming moments, some moments to take care. And when they happen, I feel like this is exactly what should be, accounted, is to check in with that part of you that it's boiling or starting to boil, and evaluate the situation. If you fall into a rage whim, there can be consequences that you will then have to face up until August. You might have to then work twice as hard to get things back into balance and harmony, or to really actually have that dragon in control. So this means that whatever comes out of you during this time, whatever the worst per se energy traits, feelings come out, if not careful, if not taken care of as a serious issue, this can be like an energy on the loose up until the summertime. And I feel like you don't want that. You don't want to have to be constantly stressed and constantly concerned with the way you're behaving, or with the way you will behave if triggered. And your triggers can be all around and a constant. So it's like you want to make sure that you're building defenses that are strong when it comes to self-control. So self-control is going to be a huge thing for some of you, Aries, during this time. For others of you, you are hearing this energy of wanting to conquer. Okay, you are set on conquering something that feels, like this immense desire, consume, and an all-consuming kind of energy of desire. So for some of you, you are really turned on by this idea, by this opportunity, by this person, and you can't shake that up, you can't let it go, and so you're again in this uh, constant pressure to win, to conquer, to have it your way. With the Five of Wands, again, this could also be because there's a little bit of competition, there's a little bit of obstacles that kind of make it harder on you to get the thing you want the way you want it. So you will have to um, either feel like you need to prove yourself constantly, or feel like you need to constantly be, watchful. And that on its own can make you upset, can make you feel like, why I have to constantly battling, you have to be battling. It's like you will be put into a battle that, maybe it's like it's worth it. You could feel like there's this fuel, there's this ignition to really pursue whatever this is, and so that's why most likely some of you will go fight for this. But there can be this thing of dirty fighting, from you or from anyone else that is involved in the situation. It's like, yes, you might play fair, but those that are involved here might not. And that's why you need to be aware and hyper vigilant throughout May in particular of where the Seven of Swords is presenting. Because it can be you that in order to win, you're just, perhaps resorting to certain techniques or tricks or, manipulations that will get you the result you want. But this could also be that someone else is doing this to you, and so you want to really, again, understand deception and understand that some things are way beyond appearance. Not to say that you don't know this, but it's like you could be so prone to immediately react that you're not looking carefully, deeply at something, and so not read the signs or not read what's really there. And I keep getting like, for some of you, there's this type of trap that's set in your path that you don't want to fall to, because of that same very thing, that it's like it's going to delay your progress, it's going to make you upset, it's going to bring things out of you that later on are still going to need to be worked through and tamed. So you're in a very, it's not like a difficult time, but you're in a time that it's, for the most of us, uncomfortable, because it's like that feeling of not having it easy and not having it without a fight. So you might find that you're much more prone to attract situations where you have to argue, where you have to convince, again, a lot to get you what you want, that you need to take out of the way obstacles that you yourself might feel like at times, just want to explode. So energetically speaking, there's this very high level of energy and drive, but it's not working with harmony. So it's like you could be seeking outlets, and also you're very strong on your physical energy. So for those of you wondering about any type of recovery in terms of your physical health, for sure, there's a strong physical health presence that is exactly what's going to help you, again, move through these challenges, have the muscle that you need to fight off, again, the unwanted energies. And also because of this strength, it might just be a great time to practice any type of physical work where you can put out all of that excessive energy. So working out, or any type of other physical work that you can do. So it's so good for you because it helps you really release this stress that might be a constant. And then again, when situations arise to test you, you will be more aware, you will be more vigilant, you will not be as impatient or as tired, and so you will be able to perceive a deception or agendas or again manipulation right away and not fall for it. Also, it's going to be easier for you to move in the right way towards something if you are working here with the right energy, which seemingly as you begin May you're not. Also, it's like you just might want to push here an idea or a project, and when you find that you're not being given the tools to get your plans into action, you just might get angry. Again, it's like there's a lot of things here that is about when you don't get your way, you might get so angry, Aries, during May. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.